If you're looking to buy cheap Rocket League items, be sure to check out today's sponsor RL.Exchange. They support all platforms, and offer a wide selection of Rocket League items to choose from, and have multiple payment options. Be sure to use code RLH at checkout for a 3% discount on your entire purchase.
Ever since they made the fall major last season is not really anything on the pitch, but off the pitch. You know, do they have the team chemistry together? Obviously adding CRR very recently. He's very comfortable as he'll score the first goal of the new season for Complexity.
The man hailing from Spain flies above everyone else, manages to get it past Card as well. Last minute and a half or so. We're under 30 now. Jan to shoot. AJG leaning back gymnastically and manages to get it away from that goal. Card now passing it back out to the center. An amazing touch. Jan with an equalizer.
Jan coming through in the clutch. I thought maybe Card was going to have a redirect when I saw him hanging around the back wall. Got it, but he's going to stay with this, with Card waiting for him to make a mistake that he never made.
Excellent catch from CRR. Just keeps that control. If he doesn't, he's the only man back. Bakayo pushing on that pressure generated by that initial pitch down the field. Jan is able to fake out one, goes central, great positioning from him, sends it top corner. AJG.
Let's see what the next 5 brings us now on Aquadome as RazeBull starts it off. He had CRR streaking downfield with him. AJG there, and it's along the goal line and in with the lead blockers in front.
Tell you what though, you can get a screenshot of all 3 players on Complexity, all pushing up at the exact same point. CRR going for that. They managed to actually work as well. I mean, I've seen a couple of chances where I think fakes can come in. I think Kyle had a decent shot. He went for a fake on the goal line, but a little bit too close. So you can definitely try and get out of the way of them. But with a flip reset coming in, we said it earlier, Gibbs, teammates, whoever's doubting him, Jan never left.
My gosh. Card getting in the way as well, going after Ray on that play. I don't think he needed to be as quick as he was, and as a result, couldn't get around on a shot. He gets a mulligan here, and Kaio had to just wait after the challenge by Jan. RazeBull a little faster, Complexity back in front.
With the double touch in the sky, Jan had to do something. But RazeBull, he had the lead for Complexity. Great movement from every single player on the pitch from Cole right now.
Oh, Kaio's giving one away. And AJG will not miss that right down Main Street.
It's again off the kickoff. Quick goals. Kaio, an absolute misread. Manages to shoot central of the net. AJG flies nicely. But Jan, look at him just continue to follow. Great movement, great pressure. RazeBull again pushing far. That manages to get over the far defender. Card just has to watch that one trickle in. RazeBull with the opener in game 3.
One of the most helpless feelings as Card's trying to get back, and RazeBull that last touch picking up where they left off on Aquadome. Out to an early lead, and they sustain it. Maybe not. Card one-on-one with AJG. Good luck, no contest.
Card ends that play with 0 boost, but he comes out of it with 1 goal. Just goes up for 1 jump, keeps it low, and then AJG, what else is he going to do?
Demolition's mostly on the Complexity side so far in this series, where neither team was very physical in their qualifier runs. Was Furia had a couple different qualifiers to play. They're looking to make good on it here. Jan with the double.
Jan, my God, man. How do you go up for that just gentle touch over the top? RazeBull misses it, and then you slice the top corner.
CRR popped that one against Kaio, and AJG needed a second touch. He's got it. RazeBull coming in. Now CRR for the lead.
CRR, I think, got a little bit annoyed that we were talking about any other game. Yes, all right, mate, we're back to you. RazeBull going with that punt off the backboard, and CRR with the sheer speed that we're
here. Now Card, little floater off the crossbar.
Oh, he went for a cheeky chip, but it wasn't quite able to get there. And AJG, the other side, gets the opening goal on Champions Field. The first one in this 22-23 season. Kaio in the midfield. Bit off a little bit more than he could chew, and AJG
Furia on their way back, being a little too aggressive, not able to catch up. Now Card, that's down in front, and Kaio almost pushed it in. RazeBull and AJG to the rescue, but they can't rest at all because Jan is there, and he ties it.
That top corner has got a rental agreement with Jan, I swear. It's just, again, sent in from him. Tapped so lightly.
By RazeBull. CRR tried to stop Card. I think he got a piece of that. As RazeBull has to pop it away. AJG's got CRR downfield. Redirect is in. Complexity back on top.
Who else to give Complexity the lead than CRR, their brand new signing? Raised one out of defense to AJG, the full 3-man play, extending down the pitch to bottom left.
Jan and Kaio waiting. It's going to be Jan that takes over. Kaio coming in as well. He's got Jan up there. Jan looking to tie it up. Oh, he dropped it down to Kaio, and another equalizer.
Yet again is Kaio, with Jan being just the man to throw off anybody in the sky and then
to the corner where AJG has to watch Jan play over top of him.
With zero boost though, he's not going to be able to get too far down the pitch. Again, sends the corner, but AJG theoretically to hit that, but Card instead. Card again kept warm throughout this entire game, and he is scorching hot at the end.
Oh, you hate to see it come down to us on Mist indeed, as we kick off round number 2. Version 1 trying to recover from a long overtime, and they've got the opening goal 7 seconds in.
I knew they could do it. I wanted to go V1 the entire time. Ignore what I said, because look, that is calm.
Up to the backboard in beast mode. Has that one cleared away. Oh, Torment. Oh, that's a pick. And Tom couldn't catch up to it. Doesn't matter. He couldn't steal it. But version 1 will take a 2-0 lead after this interception by Torment.
A very lazy clear from First Killer as well, going straight down the pitch. Thought maybe he could get a pass.
And his challenge against Mist goes the way of Mist. Can FaZe get one on the board? No, that's deflected right back. And Beast Mode, one-on-one with Cole, and he never had a chance. 3-0.
Typical didn't have a chance. Beast Mode didn't have any boost. Throughout this entire movement, he had nothing. Manages to then just go over one of them. Boost when he
well warmed up, apparently. Here's Mist. Got to get something going for FaZe. Maybe taking a little bit too much time. Got the pop out to First Killer. Needs a double, and he's got it to get FaZe on the board.
Beautiful angle from First Killer here as well. Manages to use his resourcefulness just to tap it over the top with very little boost too. Only starts tapping. We've not seen too much Mist so far, but I absolutely back their logic that they've gone for that pickup. I think they're completely right. Previously, we saw them as just a 3-headed beast, but now they've got just an even stronger jaw. They've got so much pressure that they can push down. And with Typical going for one flick over, Beast Mode can't save it away. The man that I'm talking about.
FaZe Station is no longer perfect in the tournament. They went 9-0 through the Invitational Qualifier, 3-0 in that first round. But Furia, they just won Game 1 versus them.
All right, Furia, they're continuing on their own individual warpath as well. Look at the fantastic team, hoping to keep that SAM dominance going here in North America. But Beast Mode, again, scoring off of Optic.
In Game 1. Operative word, of course, nearly. First Killer, quick turn. He's got around 2. Mist is there. So is Typical, and it's Mist who scores the tight angle.
You send 2 to that ball, even though First Killer's removed. The double commit opens it up, and Mist just so gently taps it below that crossbar.
See how they strike that balance as this first event rolls on.
I think no matter what their problem is this season, because there's going to be some problems going on, including own goals. Con touched it in the midfield, but that's the last touch V1 get. It then comes down to Mist tapping it low, then from First Killer on to Typical, the 3-round passing.
They just wanted to get Typical involved in the act. It's understandable. So 2-1 lead now for version 1. Calm credited officially with that goal, and Mist almost got one back to tie the game, but Beast Mode right there along the goal line, and now Typical. Quick jump out. He's got Mist over there. Oh! Perfect strike. Great pass. Nice shot. Tie game.
A potential pinch as well, shooting in at 80 miles an hour. Typical gently sending it towards. Not a pinch at all, just missed on the
timing is not there. Really for either side, but especially version 1. You know, they've kind of had these quick hitters right at the start of games. And fizzle out near the end. And one good fortune serves another, as this one ends up in version 1's net.
Oh, the return service, and Typical as well is the man who technically... Good block though from Beast Mode, comes down off that back wall and then can grab that mid boost, can continue on this push as a flip, does use it. Tries to go over the top of Mist, goes on the crossbar. Torment with a net to shoot on as open as you like. The setup from B Mode, easily eradicating his sins.
I mean, that goes bar down, and maybe it was headed away. Barely making the save. First Killer came up empty, but then did just enough alongside Typical. Now Beast Mode, double shot, bang, bang! He goes in behind the defense.
The double barrel shotgun takes the head off that FaZe beast. on the backboard and then can tap it behind the keeper. Missed. He's
Wanted
great
to start
defensively.
the second half as strongly as they've started the first half of these games so far. Again, FaZe has come back time and time again. They're going to get one back here as Mist slams it down off the shot from Typical.
From the ceiling as well. He just jumps off and can then spike it below Torment. I'm not too sure. There might be 3. There's definitely 2 going on those. Keep your eye on all of the streams on Rocket League on Twitch at the moment.
Welcome to the Fall Open where absolutely nothing makes sense. Mist will score. Finally, FaZe Clan gets on the board first in a game they must win to avoid dropping a series as Mist comes through. Just bearing down on him. Gibbs, you got another update for us?
Yes, talking about that underdog story, Seoul has won versus Complexity 3 games to 1.
What is going on? Everyone, you need to have about 15 monitors to track everything right now. Thank the Lord that we have Gibbs. And thank version 1 that they've got reached the final 90 dead even, but with B1 leading 2-1 in the series.
Ball just pinballs around. First killer there to play Janitor as he cleans up the mess. And with exactly 90 ticks on the clock remaining, FaZe Clan closing in on forcing a fifth and deciding
It's always going to be typical.
Beast Mode pops one away, but only as far as Mist, who narrowly missed off the crossbar. First killer again. Flip the bar, score it, 3-1.
It was the double commit that led to the other goal. This time it's a triple commit that led to the 3rd goal. First killer again taking full.
Typical. Over towards Mist, but Beast Mode's there first. And Calm took out first killer, but not before FK got the clear. And then Typical, a missile, and FaZe has the lead.
I love that you can see Torment knows this shot's coming. He's fully aware that Typical wants to shoot that from Beast Mode to catch that ball as the 50 drops it low, but Typical in the midfield is going to be able to get that to stop again. These 50s going incredibly even, but B-Mode up for the 1v1, sends it into the opposite corner. You see him wrap the Octane around that ball, and you have no idea which direction it's going. Plays it high, whips it around, and then flicks it bottom.
And maybe we could be in for yet another similarly long affair. Beast Mode's got to cut in front of Calm here and does. Now first killer to Mist.
Brilliant.
Oh, Mist will score. FaZe Clan 2-0.
The midfield maverick in Mist is able to get the pass across from first killer. A stationary defender is destined due to be going down into the 2-1 part of our quiz today.
I don't know. That being said, FaZe has always put together some really impressive performances, and this isn't going to waste no time. You want to come out strong, you got it. Typical. Gonna jam that one against the wall, and there you go. Got to get in JNAP's face, keep it on the offensive
and then we'll get that shot off in the end. A demo from first killer, wanting to get rid of both men, and then first killer removed from the pitch himself. Typical up for that double touch. He took a couple of seconds longer than I think first killer would have wanted, but the double demos are brilliant.
But just a huge advantage in terms of the boost to
managed to
respawn.
come in, but Jabs again to the sky. He has been brilliant so far on the attack. No goals to come in from G2 so far, but that speaks more to the defense of FaZe until it is taken apart by G2.
And finally they get on top of one here. Atomic wins the race against first killer, and Chicago thinking, hang on, I don't have time to go get the boost.
FaZe have had very few shots, just 2 on their side, but with no goals. He wants him to be converting a couple more. He wants to go low with that JNAPs, and that ends up being a brilliant 50. He doesn't need to get the goal here. He just has to get the ball into a good position with the defender out of position.
Wow. And it's... I don't even know how first killer is thinking, shoot, I kind of just have to drop it. And his teammates right there for it. That's such an awkward position to find yourself in. Chicago, and JNAP's going to get aggressive in the corner, and JNAP's just going to do it himself.
We were talking seconds ago that G2 didn't have a goal yet, and now they've got 3. Less than a minute later. That back line, JNAP's in the sky. Typical on that side wall. There are times where you see these flashes of something coming from FaZe Clan, and that is one of those moments. First killer, that's a dribble of a demigod.
First killer thinking, here's what JNAP probably should have done in that challenge against me. Just sit behind the middle of the ball and
He's
go through
huge. He's been hitting the gym. He's climbed into a steamroller at the gym, knocks the weight rack over, and then punches the owner in the face. Incredible movement, and then Typical, he manages to get a goal himself.
Not even sure Atomic believed that Typical was going to win the race. Like, Chicago had a pretty okay line, and just for whatever reason, regardless of how difficult that makes their approach on the net, You have to commend that approach, the confidence you have to say, yeah, we can hit just about anything from anywhere. Atomic to Chicago and FaZe blink twice. You may have missed it.
I felt like that might happen, but I can't understand how Atomic has dropped that. So we're going at like the exact right angle down. Incredible touch, and Chicago is there to read it as well. That is synergy, that is excellent, and that is a second goal for Chicago.
And Chicago reads this kickoff beautifully, completely uncontested. Sees First Killer give up on it initially. First Killer trusts Typical, and Chicago just...
Good on him. 3 minutes in the game remaining, and there's already 2 goals going in for G2. I don't know what their record is actually versus each other, but Typical, he's going to want to try and change that fortune, because I imagine currently it's very much in favor of G2.
Another quick kickoff as well into that demo for Mist that causes a lot of problems. Atomic actually covered that up pretty well.
Force boost on First Killer, so he doesn't want to commit to that ball as well. Force boost on Chicago. Can't do any more with it. A whip from Mist, and it goes on target as well. Jaynat's positioning poaches it perfectly.
Could see the game before it happens. I mean, First Killer saw all the car languages, like there's no power on that touch. It's going right. Got a little too far under it though, and Atomic there to take it away. 1:30 FaZe. They actually have a decent push here, and Atomic actually doesn't get it out. He doesn't miss those very often, no matter how tough it is. And here, unfortunately, I think he just squeezes it in himself.
That brings it down because one goal was there to sink it, if not. But that is going to be us approaching the final minute of this third game, and Chicago off that kickoff. My gosh, man.
It's always how you're like, cool, we're back in it, we've done well, and then a kickoff like this happens, and it's like, I just went to the boost, to like the corner boost. I didn't open net. Unfortunately for them, the timing has to be so specific, and you can't be too far forward.
You can't do that.
Chicago's right there, and Atomic will collect as Chicago says, too far, buddy, stay there.
I didn't realize that in Rocket League you could equip
Space Station up 1-0. That one looks like it's going final very soon, if it hasn't already. Yes, it's gone final with Arsenal scoring both, as we send it back to Atomic. Look at the boy.
Atomic scoring both as well. How poetic. Manages to shoot it just in that near corner.
They might really struggling to bring the ball down in their own control. I mean, they're having to make these really awkward touches, and First Killer, what a pass! That's gonna knock! I was about to say, do they make that save? I was about to lose my mind, but thankfully that one went into the net.
I think you can still lose your mind. That is a fantastic and yeah, it still gets tapped in, I think, by Atomic. So just to get sent. Chicago this time not able to get a life-ruining kickoff goal. Never mind. Yes, he is. It's another life-ruining kickoff goal from Chicago. You devilish beast.
Oh, First Killer knew he drove too deep into the corner, had to slam the brakes in the net. The mechanics, I think that's a great idea.
Magic Bears in the corner. He's going to keep putting the pressure right now on FaZe Clan, and they are showing that they do have that defensive solidity. Achieves, I'm going to stop talking. As soon as I was praising their defense, what happened?
Well, Typical, not a bad clear, but unfortunately it kind of skips away from him around the corner, and it's just a perfect shot all the way back.
His shot's wide, but it seems it's FaZe's passage of play right now.
Nice. Good press from First Killer as well. Down in front for Typical. Free all the way. Wasn't sure if Reddles got stuck on the post there, but something weird kind of happened. Yeah, he just rotated too deep into the net, and then he was thinking, maybe I can drive up the post.
Always funny how goals can change games as well. The first couple of minutes really belongs to Optic, and then as soon as they did break the deadlock, they come right back from the kickoff. But again, the kickoff swings it the other way. Magic Bear, the man you're saying wants to prove things, Achieves. Well, there's a good start.
Want to race against First Killer, not an easy thing to do. And Typical, I mean, he was scared that ball was in, to be fair.
There's a man in front as well. It's missed. He's going for bumps, going for demos. Good defending from AJ. He sacrificed his car, but he got the ball away.
Oh! Hello? Nick Costello? Welcome to the party? What a block here on the wall. He just stole the corner boost and decides, yeah, let's just force it. See if something good happens.
Having to do some defending right now. Going to the last 50 seconds, they do get it back. Wrestles has a chance, but Typical closes them down and then missed. Yeah. He ends up completing the clearance for FaZe Clan, and the ball rolls home.
And that's really just Optic kind of deciding now's the time we want to try and press for it. AJ's thinking, I go by time. Magic Bear's like, yeah, let's get it.
That's what FaZe have been missing, those charges down in the midfield. so accurately as well. Not taking himself out of position, not wasting any boost, just doing it brilliantly. And that goal all comes from missed interception.
And Magic Bear also getting bullied there on the backboard. He almost got the perfect recovery. Certainly, but fairly short, but obviously you can definitely find two with a great pass like that. And there's Nick Costello again. Mist is all over it.
Oh, remember the name, Nick Costello. His name is going to be burned in my head, the amount it's been mentioned today. But he's everywhere as well. He just buzzes about the place, doesn't he? He always seems to know exactly what pass Optic is going to be putting forward. Talk to me, pal. What's going on in Rocket League, mate?
Okay, so we have a potential perfect sweep alert. I repeat, perfect sweep alert. Pittsburgh Knights have got 2-0 up in their potential elimination game. And they've done it with a 2-0 and a 1-0 victory either side of that.
Came back so quickly.
Yes, generally across all of their series, if they've given up one early, they've definitely found a way back in. It's been a matter of can they continue, and he's going to do it again. Mist is picking him off today.
Any loose touch, Mist is just reading it so fast. Look at that, the pre-flip as well. I think Jorby is going to kick Shogun's shins a little bit later, saying, "You stop cursing my beloved Furia." Anyway, here we go, a chance for Optic. Retzel to the air dribble. Magic Bear's coming in, and scoring.
Now that's the real question for me. I mean, this is not an easy put-away chance for Magic Bear. One, typical nice job to even buy the time, but you have to force Magic Bear to make the perfect shot. And
Optic survive and keep their lead.
I overcorrected. I totally thought as soon as it was a 3-on-1, they were told, okay, they get scored on anyway. Not the way I thought at all. But first killer, I don't even know how you decide to hit this redirect. I mean, Mist just kind of throws it at him. He's like, yeah, I can hit that. And he gets
now for FaZe fans, because patience is what is winning them in. You know, they're known as such an explosive team. They go bash and they score a million goals. Occasionally they have bad kickoffs. Don't get me wrong. But in general, it's the fact they're reading these Optic poor touches, but that wasn't the best kickoff there from them. It was a good one from Optic.
Oh, tough one to read for Typical too, because Magic Bear...
Just tap it over Mist, not quite on that occasion, and then he's taken out the game for good measure. First killer up the wall. AJ has learned, though. He knows not to let first killer have time in that position. And he goes for the bump as well, and AJ gets it. More than makes up for his mistake earlier.
AJ knows. Here's the only way you make sure Mist doesn't save the ball. Ensure that he cannot hit it. That is the only way. He cannot be here.
Well, FaZe Ground going to have to chuck the kitchen sink at this one. And the edgeable bump comes right back. It's not going to go in just yet. First one tries to redirect it and does. And Optic just can't escape with a clean win.
So tough to get this one out. Reddle's forced to kind of just dump it. Missed with great positioning. And on the floor.
The next 30 seconds. AJ's there up against First Killer. Who's going to win this race? It's First Killer, and he gets it cleanly. Magic Bear takes a turn against him, but it just falls its way to Mist. And Mist is finishing everything today.
Oh, Magic Bear has 96 boost and gets absolutely destroyed on that challenge. Just out position.
It does seem that when FaZe go up that gear, Optic tend to struggle.
It's the boost steals for FaZe that are really killing Optic's ability to actually get out of their own half, and finally it will cost them. They have to just sit there and wait and see how this little air dribble from Typical is going to play out. And he just orchestrates the perfect pass across the box.
All they have to do is defend. Defend, defend, defend. Don't give away any silly goals and be a bit less hesitant in defense, because that is where they're making huge mistakes. When they attack the ball, that's what happens.
That got own gold, right? That had an orange trail. I'm not out of my mind.
No, it was an own doink. Look at that. Doink.
Wow.
To see that.
So we are.
But yeah, no, I mean, that is what happens when Optic just defend that little bit faster. Don't overthink. Maybe don't overcom. Chuck their car at the ball. And FaZe are like, oh,
there you go.
They'd missed that. I thought they'd slow down. There we go. This is the sped up Optic, and they're doing a lot better.
Yeah, you say chuck your car at the ball. AJ didn't bat an eye. He said, that one's off the wall. Cool. I'm not going to let this one get away. You'll take AJ just buried.
Now the real question begins: can Optic hold Retzel?
Nope.
What's Retzel's
sure
up
can't.
to? Right, no, look, just look at him go. He gets the boost from the wall, and then he tries a ballistic missile from the ceiling. Yeah, why not? Misses it. First killer will score. Interesting. All right. Well, anyway, it's 2-1, as you say, Cheese. And we go again. We carry on. First killer. Simple goal. Magic Bear somehow recovers, but Mist is coming in. His game sense is impeccable.
So good. And great job on Magic Bear to even keep that one out in any capacity, but shot too strong from Mist.
Slow down in attack so they can speed up in defense, because they were getting picked off. Oh, hello.
James Bott has gone from sad to outright dejected. Gen G have won the overtime. I'm talking over the goals now. These two teams score far too often. That trying to fly by spots will not work.
And then they equalized at 0 seconds. Then they ended up reverse sweeping. That's one for D-Rex to fish out who I'm talking about, because it is something once again.
Lord.
Right, I'm going to stop talking. Chiefs still got through that goal.
I mean, how do you stop a first killer getting bumped into position? Like, everyone, I think, on Optic thought first killer.
And FaZe are starting to put their own pressure on. You fear the end is nigh. This could be it. Typical bumps first killer en route, and he can't quite turn the ball home. But first killer can, and FaZe Clan take the series by 3-0.
So first, FaZe score to equalize.
It is by far the biggest game of the day so far. One of these teams will not make it into the start of tomorrow's playoffs, into that top 8, which is going to get harder and harder to make it to. As time goes on, Furia, the new boys, they've flown out to North America, and this is what they're producing.
I think Squishy's used to seeing Garrett G pull this move out of the net, redirected. The only way that I've seen ever have any sort of consistency against any team from South America is all ball control, all pace. Garrett G, I'd love to know if he didn't hit this one on purpose, because it definitely threw the defense for a loop. I think Yanks was expecting, and everyone knows Furia brings to the table. Nice little dish to Yanks. Garrett G, such an awkward ball to handle, and just so beautifully leads it out to Squishy as well. And in time, nobody able to make it back despite the slow bomb from Squishy at the midfield.
Lovely redirect there from Squishy, and a good clearance from Garrett as well to find his man.
And also a little bit of missed accuracy when you think you should be burying him. Hot and cold for him so far.
All he needs to do is bury one, and there it is. Eventually, he was always going to. A man in the discussion for the best in the world. He does not miss 3 clear-cut chances in a row, and that's an equalizer for Furia.
Clearly, the answer was take. Can't afford to miss the challenges when you go for them. Now the double commit started to come out from Furia. Card able to recover in time. Hard bounce in the middle over Squishy's head. That's going to be back into the open net. Garrett G was thinking he had time, and Squishy just got caught too far forward.
Furia just now realizing that they don't have to force the issue perhaps as much as they were in the first 30 seconds. The same thing right now.
Very possible. Squishy, little misdirection, but the demo is going to work against him here. Kyle, I don't even know what he's doing going for a demo in that situation. They don't even necessarily have the ball, but it works out for him.
Squishy just pulling the ball away from Justin. See maybe 1 or 2 more Furia goals if NRG don't step up their game in defending, increase their pace and decision making, which was their biggest asset at the start, but now they are the ones trying to force it, and Furia are more than happy to punish them for that.
Look at the shooting lane from Card. I mean, Squishy, that's great pressure from Kaio. Kaio knows there's round 5 on the first regional. It's no cakewalk just because you transfer.
No, not at all, but making it through the Swiss is the first real test that Furia have had, and that one is a beaut from them.
No cakewalk, as I see the most beautiful air dribble bump from Yanks and the perfect follow-up from Card into the net. Got a decent bit of midfield pressure, but lacking in terms of overall ball control. Really got to find a way to stick on it.
Yeah, I mean, I said in the first game...
Well, there we go.
Wondered if solo plays might be an avenue they could focus on, and Garrett G, he answers the call.
Wins 1 challenge, wins the 2nd challenge, doesn't get bumped off, and of course wins the 3rd one.
Really good touch as well from Garrett. And right now it's Furia that are looking penned in. They have to try and change their approach. I think now it's time for Furia to try and focus on these solo plays, but instead it's a brilliant pass in the center towards Card, and he smashes it in the net.
Look at how softly Yanks catches this. I mean, he is flying towards the floor, and that comes off box there. He knows Justin and Squishy need time to grab boost, but very awkward situation again where he doesn't really have a lot of options, and Yanks picks it off. Kaio will collect 2-0 Furia.
Your touch are going to have to be better than that, NRG. That is not going to work, Garrett. That is floaty. Justin wasn't really ready for it. Yanks is so quick at reading it as well. I'm pretty sure he's good thinking, also able to download their opponents as well as anybody. That is how you get to a top 4 finish at the World Championships. But NRG come back. Garrett G, a lovely double tap out of nothing at no angle. NRG back in it.
Pinpoint placement as well. What a throw over from Squishy. I mean, he had to use everything. He didn't have Furia is really NRG's next big hurdle. How do you bring the ball onto the floor? How do you make sure that you're able to beat people in one on what?
Just a race win. I think the Furia's players assumed that their player would be able to beat Squishy here. And they were wrong. I mean, you see Yanks going for the ball, and even if he's a ceiling, try and put Justin under some pressure. Justin did pretty well for himself, to be fair.
Oh, wow. So I'm cutting it over here.
Dive, my friend.
Oh,
so good.
Oh, wow.
Scored.
Well, you see what just happened with Furia, where they managed to tie the game?
Yeah.
Yeah, Complexity have done the same thing against Optic. It is now 2-2 over there.
Whoa.
Optic, they win off a goal from Magic Bear. The entirety of Complexity crowded in one spot, and unfortunately, they can't win the 1v3 Kaio.
How does this get through 3 defenders?
They're all looking. Look at the magic of Shogun's dulcet tones achieves. We know this. It's a bit more decisive there from NRG there with that counter-attacking chance. We still have time though. Garrett G now can make up for it. He gets the double and he sinks it. Garrett rolling back the years. What a finish that is.
That is the tightest line you're gonna see for a while. Oh, had to spin the car in reverse to make sure he got the angle. But that's okay. In general, they've really got this one ironed out. They know where the ball is headed. They're in great positions to keep possession. Justin will set up Squishy. NRG's going all the way to game 5. They will not go quietly, and no free wins for either South American team here.
Oh my goodness,
Position,
Justin.
no reason to throw off the rhythm. Passed a little bit behind Garrett G, and that is definitely the biggest wrench that NRG's had thrown in their rotation so far. An errant touch, and it costs them. Kyle picks off the rebound here because they had to readjust on the missed pass, and Justin can't get back to it in time.
Maybe a flip reset and air dribble. Something to tempt Furia's defense in. But Furia, they're doing so well. They're winning this race as well. Here's going to be Yanks. He could finish it, and he does manage to finish it. Justin diving across the goal. Couldn't quite get there, and that's 2 for Furia.
The double commit in the corner finally cost NRG, and Justin there was denied yet again. Puts in a big insurance goal. Maximum pressure here for NRG. Now, what? You're joking! What is that pass from Justin?
How on earth has he forced this angle? Let's see. Kyle gets the touch, and then Justin with a double touch dunk across the goal for Squid.